Right, here we've got a Massey Ferguson 3075. This is a four-wheel drive dyno shift version. Tractors come from our local Massey dealer on part exchange off a local farm. And to be fair to the machine, it's been kept in extraordinary condition. The tractor's done 12,000 hours, which are completely genuine. The engine is the 236 Perkins block with the turbo on it, giving 90 horsepower. Starts on the button, pulls like a train, is incredibly quiet, as you'll find out in a minute. But the whole machine has been kept in simply amazing condition. All the red tin work is completely original. The cab, which is notorious for rotting out on some of these machines if not kept right, is completely rust free, bone dry inside. This is the autotronic version, which gives you electronic linkage control. This one's got rear hydraulic suspension to keep things from bouncing up and down on the back. Automatic engagement and disengagement of four-wheel drive when you hit the brakes and exceed certain road speeds. Automatic diff lock disengagement at the headlands. Way ahead of its time, and engineered by Bosch, so it's pretty much bulletproof as well. On the back end you've got the really beefy 3000 series rear end with massive lift cylinders there. External linkage control for lowering and lifting the linkage from behind. So you've got your passenger seat there as well. On the back you've got rear windscreen wiper that works fully. Controls here for PTO and your electronic linkage. Four-wheel drive, diff lock, spool valves, hand throttle, and your main gear levers as well. In my humble opinion, this is still probably the best cab Massey Ferguson have ever made. It's probably still the quietest one I've ever sat in. This particular one's got fully functioning air conditioning, which is on and freezing cold at the moment. Got a radio which works, not that that's that important, but it just typifies the way this machine's been kept. As I said, this is a dyno shift, so you've got the dyno shift lever there, and up there you can see DC, A and B, or A, B and C and D, and it just goes up and down, and that basically gives you 4 clutchless gear changes, up and down the ratios in any forward gear that you select on the manual gears there. You've got a nice simple forward and reverse shuttle. Makes change of direction ever so simple. But this is a seriously quiet cab. And there you are, I'm doing the 2,200 revs and it's whisper quiet. I honestly have never driven a 3000 series that's as tight as this, even with very low hours on it. It's been kept superbly. I just have to wait for a couple of horses to come by. But basically you've got, say, forward and reverse on there, first, second, third, then you just tap it to the left and that will change your range. As you can see on here, in road speeds. Now I'm in ground speed for the cultivation work. Simple as that. Have a lovely ladies go by. There we go. You see him up in top gear now, and without touching the clutch, just go up another ratio, another one, and up another one, I'm on maximum forward speed. There's 40 kph gearbox, so it's great for road use. The brakes, which again, a lot of 40 kph gearbox tractors take a lot of abuse, are right at the top of the pedal. They're fantastic. There's no brake jodder, there's no fade. The handbrake works perfectly. Really is I know I keep going on about it, but it's a fantastic tractor, this one. What I'll do is I'll just pop onto the verge in a second and just show that the PTO works, activate the topper. So I put it into low ratio, go down a couple of cogs, and all you do with independent PTO, quickly flick the lever in, PTO is engaged, you can see there. Now believe it or not, that's at PTO revs. That's how quiet this tractor is. And you can spend 24 hours sat in this cab and it is not noisy. And if I turn the radio on now, you can see how quiet it is. Brilliant. The chap I used to work with at Massey, he always rated the 3075 as by far and away the best machine Massey Ferguson ever made. And then just button lifts it up, and then we can be on our way. Go up to road speed. Basically, this tractor was light years ahead of its time. You know, it took the likes of John Deere and many others a long time to catch up with this machine. What was standard on this is only just in the last 10 years become standard on some of the other stuff. But as I said, I still haven't found a better place to sit and do a day's work than this tractor. 4-cylinder turbo is brilliant on fuel. Pulls really hard. Probably a bit more sprightly on the road than the 6-cylinder versions as well. Tractor's currently for sale. This one's been sold for £8,500 plus VAT. Give you some idea, I've just sold one done 6,000 hours, which probably didn't drive quite as nice as this, but it was still a very nice tractor. But that was sold for in excess of £10,000, so obviously the hours do have a penalty on it. Although, as I said, if anyone can come here and find a fault with this tractor, they're a better man than I am. So I can't find anything on it at all.